Hi, this is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So, how's all my fans and subscribers doing tonight? Let's see, this is a Sunday night. I I have to check my teeth because I've been getting lipstick on my front teeth. Okay, they're clean, right? Yeah. Okay, so we never know what Miss Melinda's going to teach, and that, my friends, is part of the fun. I decided, my brother just told me a couple months ago that we're part Croatian. So I was on my dad's side. So on my dad's side, I knew his parents. My dad's mom and dad were actually born in Austria. They were not, both my grandma and grandpa Ivkovitz were not born in America. They were born in Austria and they took a ship over here, but they did not even know each other, okay? What people would do back then is foreigners would come from all these different countries, okay? And they would move into Chicago and they were told where their ethnic neighborhood would be in Chicago. So somehow, I don't know how my grandma had the money to get into a place to live. Yeah, I never even thought about that. It had to be an apartment. And so she met my dad's mother met my dad's father living in an Austrian neighborhood in Chicago. So they came from nothing, especially a little country like Austria, you know, back so they would have got here. Well, my dad was born in the 20s, so he's from the roaring 20s, like 29, the year 2029, I mean 1929, he was born, 1928, 1929, and mom was born like 1931. She was born in this little town, Sturgis, Mississippi, where all these all the bikers that go to South Dakota, Sturgis, South Dakota. I don't know why, but they go to Sturgis, Mississippi, which is a little tiny town, and it actually has a Harley Davidson store there. And it's about the only thing there, except a gas station that sells alcohol that set Melinda fine when we went to visit Sturgis, Mississippi. My mom and dad didn't even have, mom and her only sibling, her older brother, didn't even have a bathroom till they moved, her parents, till they were till mom was 12 years old. They just got enough money, and mom and grandpa Jackson moved, Uncle Jimmy Jackson and Mama Jackson, my mom, Kitty, they called her Kitty for Catherine, it was Kitty. So they moved to Jackson. Finally, they got enough money to make it to the big city of Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. And that's where my oldest brother was born, which is real weird, but we can't go there. Okay, so anyway, and I'm being buried in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, right outside it. Yeah, in Florence, Mississippi, next to my mom and my Uncle Jimmy and my Aunt Vicky. So, I don't know if Sherry said she's being my cousin, the only one that was left with my Aunt Vicky. She was being cremated, so I don't know where she was going to have her ashes thrown. Okay, we're getting way off the deep end here. Okay, halt. What I'm getting at is, so my mom's Scotch-Irish, so I have to do a study on, like, with her grandparents. Well, I can also talk to my brother. There's a lot he would know. But I will do also research. So grandma, I have to find out about my mom's grandma and grandpa, if they were still in either Scotland or Ireland. Northern Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland are all the UK. Yeah. So, on my dad's side, he's Austrian, Croatian, and Yugoslavian. So I decided, this morning I was laying there and I thought I had an idea, and then I forgot it. But then I came out and says, hey, my brother just visited Croatia, I don't know, like a year ago. He went to like 5 weird countries that he had never been to. And he went to Croatia, and he told me we're part Croatian. I'm like, Dad never told me that. I don't remember that. And I really don't think I knew Yugoslavian either, just Austrian. And then I thought maybe we were a little Germany. And he said, no, we have no German in us. We're strictly Austrian, Yugoslavian, and Croatia. And in this class, so I decided I'm going to teach a class in Croatia. And I can learn for myself at the same time. Well, I am telling you folks, there is some shocking news about Croatia that really shocked me. Yeah, like through the roof. So, Melinda's classes, as all my fans and subscribers know, and for you who just are viewing me for the first time or the first few times or whatever, a couple months, well, I told my fans that we're not going to plan any classes anymore. We're never going to know what it is. It's going to come to me spontaneous. Or I might think of it a day before and say, oh, I'm going to do that one tomorrow. You know, I could do that. But you'll never know, like, what I'm teaching. And for the most part, I won't know, you know, because I'm just getting over writing the last class, you know. So anyway, I said, we're Croatian. And I was really impressed. I was like, oh, I can tell you, I'm Croatian. I'm Croatian. That sounds so cool. And Austrian and Yugoslavian. It sounds so cool. So, and then on my mom's side, Scotch-Irish. I always thought that was like a plain ethnic blood that is very, very mean to think like that, you know. I was always real proud to brag I was Austrian. Oh, if I'd have known I was Croatian and Yugoslavian, especially Croatia, I'd be really bragging. It just sounds like a cool place. Well, it is. Wait. So I'm just getting started. So what I'm getting at, my lovely little fans, who I love so dearly, we're going to do all 3 countries that my dad's blood is: Croatia, Austria, and Yugoslavia. And there's some fascinating, you'll see, I got to keep my mouth shut. And then when we're done with those 3, but I'm not going to like just, it's not going to be like 6 classes of Croatia, maybe, you know, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to do like Croatia, maybe 4 classes or something, and I'll go to Austria, and I'll go to Yugoslavia. I might go straight to Yugoslavia, though, because it's hooked up. I don't want to give anything away, but it's hooked up with Croatia. But anyway, I'll just teach a few classes in each of those 3 countries. Then I'll teach something completely different, and then I want to go back to Austria, Croatia, Yugoslavia, and really work, because I want to learn it. And if I'm going to teach it, it makes me study. You know, if I don't have to teach it, then I'm lazy. So we'll go back and forth with those 3 countries: Austria, Croatia, and Yugoslavia. And then when I feel pretty thoroughly through that, like, you know, pretty good, we'll go to, we'll get this straight with my mom, Northern Ireland. I guess it's a Southern Ireland. It's Ireland. It's not part of the Wales. And if I remember correctly, I think they said, I guess it'd have to be the Southern Ireland is an island, which shocked the shit out of me. Or it couldn't be the northern one, because it's in the UK. I would think the Northern Ireland would be attached. Anyway, we'll get to the bottom of everything. So that's what we're doing, okay? Alrighty. And so, are you guys ready? Okay, let's go. Let me see my teeth, because The last one I made that I haven't uploaded yet. Okay, my teeth look clean. There's no lipstick on them. So we're safe. Okay. I haven't uploaded one yet. But it had a little lipstick on my teeth, and I hate that. It's so embarrassing, and it looks horrible. Okay, now this is holding the paper too difficult. Let's try. Let's see how we're going to do this. Now, you got to keep a waistline. Okay, so I don't want my skin showing like that. Doesn't look right. So let's pull the jacket up. Okay, this is another sexy top. I don't have to show my bare cleavage and my bare flush bosoms to be sexy or entertaining. Okay, I think you can see them just fine inside the top. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. All right, here's everybody with me. Okay, so get this paper out of here. All right, Croatia. Croatia is, wait, can you see my waist good enough? See, I have to be back like that, but I can't lean back. It won't look right. No. It's just kind of dark to show. I want to show my waist. See, if you put the coat over there. Well, this has to be over my skin. I don't want my skin. It won't look right with just a crack of skin showing. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to get my costumes right, or there is no show. Okay. Okay. I think you can see more of my waist, can't you? All right, let's go. And it's hot, real hot. And it's cold in my room. Okay, Croatia. Croatia is not an island. I asked it, you know. It's a country located on the continent. It's a country located on the continent of Europe. However, it's surrounded by the Adriatic Sea, which contains numerous islands. This is very fascinating. Wait till you hear this sentence, guys. I never imagined in a million years. It says Croatia has over 1,200 islands. Croatia has over 1,200 islands. I've never heard of such a thing. Have you? Have you heard of Croatia having 1,200 islands? You probably never studied Croatia in your life. Not too many teachers. We never had Croatia teaching in any class. It's got has over 1,200 islands. And later in my notes, it says it has 1,300 islands, which the largest being Cres. So this is a proper noun for island. The largest island is C-R like Rick, E like Edward, S like Steve. So the largest being Cres, and uppercase K, lowercase RK is a name. It has no vowel, which is weird. I guess maybe because it's a foreign language. So the next largest island is Kirk, uppercase K, lowercase RK, Kirk. And it's known for its beautiful coastal. It's known for its beautiful coastal scenery and rich, quote, maritime culture. Maritime culture. How nice. That sounds like a fun place to go party, huh? Go out and have different Croatian food. Oh, I have to find out what they have for food. I have to find out if you can get Croatian food in Chicago or anywhere. Probably not. I don't know. It's a good question. Largest islands. There are the larger ones, sorted approximately from northwest to southeast. Okay, these are the larger islands, sorted approximately from northwest to southeast. Okay, northern seacoast I started the islands, and I was just going to do, because it had like a group for northern seacoast. It had a list, maybe 15 islands or something, and then there was another title of a whole list, and another. I cannot, but so I just wrote a few, yeah, because it's impossible for me to do even just the first group. It was like 16 islands. Well, you're not going to remember the names of the islands, and we can't. We want to learn everything there is to know about Croatia, not all the islands. I mean, we can't do that. We can't make 1,200 islands and study them all before we die. Yeah. So here's just a few. Northern Seacoast, the the Bri Islands, BRI, June, like the month of June, but an I at the end. The Bri Islands are also a national park. Also a national park. Um, and then Kirk, KRK, the largest population, the largest area along the crest, which is an island I just told you about, capital CRES, comma. So here's an island. The next island is Plavnik. So PLAV like victory, Nick, NIK. And then the next island is Crest, the largest area along with Kirk. And I put one more island and I stopped. L, O, and then like Sin, like you committed a sin, SINJ. Losinj was the next island. And we're done with the islands because it's impossible for me to list. Yeah. That's not going to get us anywhere. It's impossible to do. Yeah. Okay, Croatia continued. I looked this word up, Adriatic. For once, I looked something up. Adriatic, number one, relating to the region comprising the Adriatic Sea and its coasts and islands, the Adriatic coast, quote unquote, and here's how you pronounce it. Long A, Adri. So it's making a long A, and then DR, and then a long E, and then Attic. So it's Adriatic. That's how you pronounce it. Adriatic. And it's spelled ad, like you post an ad in the paper, ad, and then Ria, R-I like ice, A like apple, Tic, T-I-C. The Adriatic coast, okay? And it's Adriatic. Oh, I'm looking at the way you pronounce it over here. Adriatic. Okay? Adriatic. Even though it's spelled with a T, they are telling you to pronounce it with a D. Adriatic. Yeah. Okay, Croatia. That's amazing. Did that shock you that it has 1,200? Now they say 1,300 islands, Croatian islands. I don't know if that means they're all called Croatia. They're saying the name of the islands, and they're saying Croatia has these 1,300 actually. So I guess it must be considered Croatia, but there must be just a main. Oh, it's attached to Europe, it said. So that's the main one we're going to study. I got a good start for us. Okay, so Croatia is a dazzling blend, okay, of ancient history, natural beauty, and cultural flair, period. Here's a curated list of the most important and exciting things to know about the Adriatic Gem, GEM. Then it's got HR : I don't know what that means. So we got geography and nature. Okay, so we're doing Croatia. It's geography and nature. Okay, are you guys with me? Okay, here we go. Geography and nature. Over 1,300 islands. I don't know what dot means, DOT. Over 1,300 islands dot Croatia's coastline, comma, making it a paradise for sailors and beach lovers. That would have been a nice place to grow up and meet a sailor to marry. I would not want to marry somebody that's traveling around the world. Absolutely not. A businessman even traveling for his job. I would never date a man that has to travel for their job, period. They have to be home every night, 5 o'clock for dinner. Okay. Of course I would let my boyfriend go out with his friends and stuff like that. I'm not, freak, So it says over 1,300 islands dot Croatia's coastline, making it a paradise for sailors and beach lovers. Okay? The next one is 8 national parks protect rare plants and animals, including Plitvice Lakes. P-L-I-T, Vice, like you're in the vice. Plitvice Lakes, including, 8 national parks protect rare plants and animals, including Plitvice, one word, lakes. Plitvice Lakes, with its cascading waterfalls. It has waterfalls and turquoise lakes like Jamaica. It's got turquoise lakes and waterfalls off of Croatia. I would have never imagined that, would you? No, I would have thought it'd been like the Atlantic Ocean, which goes all the way to the shores of London, England, I found out. And I found out it's only 500, it was only $500 something to fly to London, England from New York. All right, we're getting sidetracked, Melinda. Stick to the point. Okay, and I'm getting itchy back here. All right. Now, don't show my skin there. It doesn't look right when it's just a crack in your skin. Okay, this is actually a purple velveteen jacket. Yes, very expensive. Okay, now, yeah, it's a shame you can't see the velvet. It's a beautiful jacket. Okay, so, geography and nature. We already said that. Okay, 8 national parks protect rare plants and animals, including Plitvice Lakes with its cascading waterfalls and turquoise lakes. So it's like going to Jamaica. I would have never known Croatia. So I'm from a place that has like Jamaica, where my girlfriend Marilyn was born. Okay, so I could brag that I'm from, that blood has waterfalls and turquoise lakes. Wait till I tell my friends. Geography and nature continued. It's just one more. It's Vinkovci. And my last name is Ivkovitz. And it's got K-O-V. Because that's my blood. See? K-O-V is in my last name. I-F-K-O-V-I-T-S. This one's Vinkovci. Then V is in Victor, I like ice, N like Nick. Then Cove, K-O-V like victory, C-I, cat, and I. Vinkovci is the oldest continuously inhabited town in Europe, dating back over 8,000 years. Wow. Isn't that some amazing information about Croatia? It says this Vinkovci is the oldest continuously inhabited town in Europe, dating back over 8,000 years. That's fascinating. Croatia. Continue. Here's history and culture. I'm just giving you a little chip in the iceberg, Croatia continued. History and culture. Croatia was part of Yugoslavia. See, I told you there was something to do with Croatia and Yugoslavia, but I didn't want to give away, the class. So here it is. Okay. Oh, my skin's showing here. Okay. So, all right, so here we are. Croatia, history and culture. Croatia was part of Yugoslavia until it declared independence in 1991. So just in 1991 is when Croatia was declared independent from Yugoslavia. Wow, that took a long time for them to be free, huh? I wonder, I'm going to study if Yugoslavia was mean to the Croatians. That's weird. In 1991, it took to declare independence, Croatia, from part of Yugoslavia. I'd like to know how the Yugoslavians treated the Croatian, because we're that blood too. Okay, the next one's the necktie. Originated from Croatian mercenaries in the 17th century, comma, later adopted by the French. Okay? And the next one is Diocletians. It's D-I-O, Dioclet, C-L-E-T, shins, not shuns, shins, which is T-I-A-N apostrophe S, possessive, not T-I-O-N, T-I-A-N. So Diocletians Palace. It's called Diocletian's Palace. And Split is one of the best preserved Roman monuments and still forms the heart of the city. Food and wine, Croatian. Okay, here's food and wine for Croatia, okay? Food and wine, Croatian cuisine, is a fusion of Mediterranean and Central European flavors. And Central European flavors. Think fresh seafood. Ooh, and turquoise water. This is like Jamaica, and we're in Croatia. I am Croatian. So I can go around and tell my girlfriend that was born in Jamaica, I'm the blood of a country that has turquoise lakes and blah blah and waterfalls. Food and wine. Croatian cuisine is a fusion of Mediterranean and Central European flavors. Think fresh seafood. Yum. Olive oil. Ooh, sounds good. And hearty stews. Oh, everybody loves stew if the cook knows how to make it. We, my friends, are on the last page. Have you been listening to me? I think you have. Now see, you can understand this. Yeah, you could follow me all the way through and understand it. And it's so enjoyable of a conversation and information compared to biology. It's so fun to hear me, what I teaching you, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Get your coat up there, Melinda. I don't like just a part of my skin showing. That don't look right. Okay, so here we are. We're on the last page. Food and wine continue. The country is known for its exceptional wines, especially from regions like Istria. So that sounds close to Austria, but it says regions like So it's is going to the store is Tria, like Austria, T-R-I-A, Istria. Let's start over when I have to spell. And let me spell the other word. And Dalmatia, D-A-L, mat, like a mat, I-A. So regions like Istria, you're turning away, Melinda, and Dalmatia. So let's read it from the beginning. Food and wine continue. The country is known for its exceptional wines, especially from regions like Istria and Dalmatia. The next thing is it holds the record for the world's longest line of strudels. Isn't that like pastries? Strudels. No, it says strudels. It holds the record for the world's longest line. I guess that means you're standing in line to buy this? Some kind of food? Is that what they're saying? I guess. Okay, it holds the record for the world's longest line of strudels. I'm thinking pastries. I'll have to look it up. Fun and quirky facts, okay? The Dalmatian dog. See, my dad had a Dalmatian dog until he died. Oh, right before he died, the Dalmatian died. Sweetheart was her name. She had brown spots, so she could not. Nobody wanted to buy her because you want papers on a Dalmatian dog, so they have to be black and white spots. She was born, you know, I guess you could call it some kind of disability. The color is brown spots, so nobody wanted her, and they were going to kill her. And my dad adopted her, and they never forget when they were in jail, just like me when I got cats out of jail and took them home. They never forget it. That dog had to go with my dad everywhere he went. When he went, grabbed his keys and jacket or whatever and was heading out, Sweetheart would go running after my dad and jump in that van with him. And he'd wait in the parking lot in the vehicle for Dad to come back to the car. Yeah, so fun and quirky facts. Well, my dad probably didn't know this. And that's a shame because, well, he's not going to know everything. Him and my brother, you know, that I had two brothers, but the second oldest, he passed away. God bless him. He's having fun up in there with Mom and Dad in heaven. Fun and quirky facts. The Dalmatian dog breed hails from the Dalmatian coast of Croatia. Wow. That would have been cool for my dad to know. Well, he didn't study Croatia like that degree, you know. I got to tell my brother that. So an inventor, Slay Volju Penkala, who lived in Zagreb, Z-A-G-R-E-B, like boy, created the mechanical pencil. Have you ever heard of a mechanical pencil? I've never heard of a mechanical pencil. No, I've never heard of it. Where do you buy it? So I'm going to look on Amazon. I have never heard of a mechanical pencil. Then where do they sell it? The next thing is Croatia. Oh, this is the end, guys. Are you with me? Okay, it's the last two sentences or one sentence. You listening? So did you enjoy hearing all this exciting stuff about Croatia and the islands, the waterfalls and turquoise water? That's fascinating, isn't it? Croatia has high biodiversity, quote unquote, with many endemic species found nowhere else. We'll have to investigate. That, my friends, is the end of the class. We'll have to investigate. It says on the last sentence, Croatia has high biodiversity, quote unquote, with many like you go to the end of the street, endemic species. Croatia has high biodiversity with many endemic species found nowhere else. Found nowhere else. Species found nowhere else. Isn't that fascinating about Croatia? I had no idea when I came up with it because he bought me, my brother bought me, he always gets me little souvenirs. He bought me a refrigerator magnet. How do you say it? Magnet? Even though I don't have a refrigerator. Well, I do have a freezer, but it's not metal. Yeah. It's not electric either. Anyway, it says Croatia, and it shows the country. It's real pretty, and I keep it on my dresser. And so I got that. I said, you know what? Let's teach Croatia. Yeah. And my brother just went there. Like a year ago, or a year and a half ago, he went to 5 countries, like Czech. He went to Czech. Bunch of weird countries he says he's never been to. But he's been to Austria, he says, like 10 times, and with my parents at least 5 times. I didn't know I knew he went to Austria with my parents, you know, when he was real younger. We were younger. But I didn't know he went more than once. He said, oh, I went with Mom and Dad to Austria maybe 5 times or something. And he's been to Austria back there, I guess, on his own. Okay, so how's my fans and students doing? Did you enjoy learning all this? Much more than biology. I gotta quit cutting it down though because I need for you guys to watch that biology. Just touch base 10, 15 minutes here, 10, 15 minutes there, please. But this is so much more fun, isn't it? Yes. We're going to be doing a lot of this. You know what? We could spend the rest of my life, as long as, well, I'm the teacher. So when I go, it's bye-bye, for you, with Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. That'll be the end of the show. But I'm teaching until I can mentally and physically do it. Can't do it anymore. So that was a fun class, wasn't it? All right. Well, who knows what Miss Melinda's going to teach next? But I will tell you a little secret. I have 2 videos to upload. But it's just I have these 2 last uploads where I talked about my sex life, and everybody's stuck in that one, which I'm loving. I'm not complaining. But then, but the one next to it was the first that I thought was through the roof over all my costumes. Was the off the shoulder burgundy colored. I call it my sophisticated glam hot sexy diva costume because it's meant to be off your shoulders, and I took the bra straps down with it, and you could see the sweater is meant to be way down off your shoulders. And it looks real sexy when I don't have any bra straps showing either. But it's stuck at 4 hours since I posted it. And the one that posted after it, the 100th video, which is going to be an anniversary every year, it's got, jumped to 10 hours? I may even have 11 hours now. I know it was at 10 hours. But I might have checked again and it went to 11 hours. And they're just not touching my next one with my burgundy sweater. And I'm so upset. So I can't wear all my... I have some really fascinating costumes. I did so much of the corsets and the bustiers, this whole show since February 13th of last year. But I got a few costumes that are just as sexy. Well, it's fall and winter, too. But that doesn't mean I won't wear a bustier. I will. But not an old one, not one I've shown, I got some secrets in my pocket. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. And I am going to put my stuff away. And I am going to get a hot cocoa and get under my blankets and YouTube a movie. It always puts me to sleep. I fall asleep with my laptop in my bed while I push it off to the side onto these, carts I have. I use as, tables. They have beautiful fur over them, And I push my laptop, when I'm really ready, just to roll over and go to sleep with one flat pillow. Because I have, 6 plush pillows against my wall, against the headboard of my bed, and the wall has got a ton of fancy sham pillows and regular silk pillows, and then $50 throw pillows, and sometimes I can sleep with a lot of that stuff still up there. I don't have to take them all down. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, and I will smile for you. Okay, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it this time. Okay, I love you guys. I shall see you next class. And wait for the next 2 uploads.